went to Disney World as a pesticide salesman. I went with a bunch of pesticide salesmen. We were all real fat, drinking a lot, and eating fried stuff. And I tried to feed some pigeons, and then they just kept coming, and it was wild. So
you were selling pesticide?
Yeah, I used to be a pesticide salesman for a long time.
That was a big. Yeah. That would have been a big one to get. Disney World?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I wasn't selling pesticides to we were on. It was like a sales trip.
Okay.
They were like, let's reward all these adults by sending them to Disney World.
Yeah.
They were like
pesticide salesman.
Yeah, they'll fit in.
Yeah, man, that would be a big contract to get.
Yeah, imagine if you had come back with Disney World.
Yeah. We got I mean, you would own the company probably now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to set up some weed killer displays out there. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot of fun.
The weed killer ride.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The weed killer ride would be, we call it Weed Stop. That was our product, I think.
Weed Stop?
Weed Stop. We had Bug Stop. We had a products. We were competition for Roundup, right?
Yeah.
But our stuff was called Weed and Grass Killer.
Yeah.
Right? Like we were straight generic.
How are they doing now?
I don't know. I quit, but I think they're doing fine. I think they're doing about as well as they always were.
Yeah.
Once at a sales meeting, I had a boss go up and he goes, who's got it better than us? And then everybody went, nobody. And I was like, I don't know that that's true.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepped on this. I didn't know this chant, but I'm pretty sure all of the competition has it better than us.
Yeah. Y'all are doing good to send y'all to Disney World.
Yeah.
That's a big trip.
That was a good time.
What were y'all talking about? Like when y'all have a sales meeting, y'all go to a sales, you're like, all right, this year we're going to do more weed stuff.
Yeah, exactly like that. That's what we would get in a room and they would go, hey, this year we got a new space for a wasp and hornet killer on the shelf. And then everybody would applaud the whole.
Yeah.
And then my last year there, I figured out, I kind of got the rhythm of the applause break. So I would starting them. I'd be like, this seems like a good one. And then I kept a tally. Hundreds of applause breaks that
you would you were straight up a comedian. That like already from that, just thinking that's what you were thinking about while they were having serious talk about weed stuff.
Oh yeah.
If they would have ever known that, they would have been like, well, just quit now. Cause you're like, I'm going to quit.
Oh yeah.
I've just got to find the,
Oh, I knew I was quitting. Every sales meeting, I was like, this is going to be my last one.
Yeah.
Eventually it was, but I landed, on a retail, they have, each item has a SKU number is what they call it. Right. Yeah. And I landed, in Orlando, got on the shuttle. Another guy was there and he goes, hey, what's your top five SKUs? And I was like, okay, dude, let's take it. I have no idea first off, but don't get me in trouble.
I would, I would be that guy probably though if I was into weed. Like if that was my thing, I would be way like, oh, we're getting a new. Yeah. You can try to go tell your wife that, have a little extra
as well
space
just go
for hornets.
All in, right?
You might as well go all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting, when you go from 3 facings to 4. You're like, this is going to be good for me.
What is it? 3 facings?
Yeah, like you have like 3 cans.
Yeah.
It's all mapped out. But when you get that 4th one, you're like, oh, this is going to be big.
Yeah.
My sales are going to go through the roof here.
Yeah.
And what's a SKU?
A SKU. It's like it'll be a number.
SKU. It's yeah.
And so that is that what they do?
Well, that's the UPC.
Yeah,
but it'll have a SKU number, and you just type that in the computer, and they go, do you have any more of these in stock? And you go type it in, and you're like, oh, yeah, we do, but who knows where they're at.
So like, if you have one shirt in 5 different sizes for merch, you have 5 SKUs. It's just like an individual
Did not know that
thing.
And then you're selling to like lawn and care places,
Lowe's, Home Depot.
Yeah.
Sometimes
so there's a big deal to
Walmart.
get into Lowe's and Home Depot. They're like Shark Tank. When they get into like a big store, it's gigantic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a big time. But I was already in there.
Yeah.
So mainly what I would do was go in and all the other companies would have all the space.
Yeah.
And then I would try to get a little space and then they would take it.
You talk to Lowe's.
I would talk to the Lowe's manager. I'd go, hey, I'd like to get a little, and then my company always wanted me to promise that I would come and fix it every week, but I knew I couldn't, because I had too much to do. I had 32 stores. Yeah. I was hungover.
So you have to go in and fix it. Like you got to make sure it's all set up properly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got to go.
So it's not like it's the stock people are doing that. You have to go do that.
Oh yeah. They'll do it, but it'll be bad when they do.
So they're like, so your constant job is to go to these stores and make sure. So when you see product at stores, that means like the salespeople, that's what they're having to go do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there could be a whole war going on that we don't know about. I used to tear down the competition's displays and throw their shelves in the trash can. Yeah. And we would have real fights and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Turf war.
Yeah.
I like if someone just turned into this, they're like, well, I guess they're interviewing a weed killer.
Yeah.
Guy. That's what it sounds like. And our accents don't not turn them off. They go, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I used to find myself in bars a lot having conversations about lawns.
Yeah.
Like that's what I can help you with that lawn. That's what I do. I'd be drinking
I can help
alone.
you.
Like I can get rid of this lawn fungus for you.
Yeah, I know how to get it. Could
got
you still
moles?
do it?
Probably in South Carolina. Tennessee,
Yeah.
it's got different grass.
Oh,
wow.
Could you till grass on a golf course? I know you don't watch golf.
Nah,
but
probably not like that.
Bermuda grass. Do you know that kind of stuff?
No, we had St. Augustine and Centipede. That's
Yeah.
the ones I could tell.
Yeah,
But I wasn't that good. I read a lot of the back of the bottles.
yeah,
I'd be like, okay, now I know
Yeah.
this, you know?
yeah. Like where some guys would, they know. In golf, it's very much people know the grass. It's pretty crazy. I don't know the grass, but they're like, "What kind of fairways you got?" And I'm like, "I don't know, Georgia or."
Oh, yeah.
And it's a different, but it's like when I just played in Arizona. I want to say someone had Georgia and it was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like that's where you hit and the divots, like it's this. If I'm right, and then it's very thick divots. It's where you see on TV where the divot flies up. They call it a pancake. It looks like a pancake lands ahead, and it's like you just cut into the grass. It's the greatest feeling alive. Is and then they have Bermuda. I think is tighter grass maybe, and so it's like a little bit. The fairways are just tighter cut. I guess, and maybe harder. I don't know.
So this stuff only works on particular types of grass?
Well, yeah, it depends on, you got it's supposed to be. I mean, I feel like that this is like, I haven't talked about this in forever, but I used to stand in a Lowe's and go, yeah, it's all about the vein structure of the grass. It's like, it's a 2,4-D. And then now I used to sell this one chemical that everybody's talking about. It's killing everybody all the time. And I'm like, oh,
You're a hard pusher of it.
Yeah. But I used to breathe it in. The stores would have to, a bottle would break and they were like, we need you to take this out of here. So I'd put it in the trunk of my car. And I'm driving around with it for weeks. I have no idea it even smells. My buddy gets in the car. He's like, what's that smell? I was like, I don't know. I don't even smell anything anymore.
Well, go show some weed stops some love, Like I like that you're throwing them a bone after all these years. Thanks for getting Dusty to the point where he can do comedy full time.
Weeds can't hide from spectricide. That's what they used to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is the truth.
It is true. It is true.
It is true.